What's up, you guys? It's Chief. I hope you guys are doing very well out there. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that is super passionate to me, and it is the paranormal and the supernatural type of things. I've always been extremely passionate and interested in things like this since I was a kid. My brothers and my mom, and I just grew up in a family. I'm Creole, so I grew up in a family that is very much spiritual and into things like that. And my family is from Louisiana, and yeah, so we're going to get that started, okay? So I just wanted to talk to you guys about the hauntings at the Myrtle's Plantation. One type of haunting in particular, which is with Chloe, who was a slave on the Myrtle's Plantation. And the thing with Chloe is that she was a slave, and she was caught eavesdropping on the slave master one day, and he heard her, or he found her, and took her outside and brutally cut off one of her ears. And since then, she started wearing a green turban around her head to cover that scar, to cover that injury. So, in addition to that, the slave owner also put her into the kitchen, which back in the days, no one wanted to be in the kitchen because the kitchen was extremely hot. And the kitchens back then also caught on fire a lot. So no one wanted to be in the kitchen. So, of course, that's where they would put some of the slaves. So they put her in the kitchen to make food for the kids and make food for the family, to care for the family that way, as opposed to working in the house and caring for the family like she was before. Because when she was working in the house, she was being raped, she was being beaten, and all of that, which is why she was eavesdropping, because she wanted to try to figure out how she can get into the good graces of the slave owners and not get raped and beat anymore. But that obviously backfired on her. So she was put in the kitchen, and she was made to work in the kitchen all day, every day, which was miserable for her. So she had the bright idea, or great idea, which actually wasn't really a bad idea at all. It was just poorly executed, honestly. So she had the idea of making a cake, because one of the little girls the little girl who was 9 year old, or about to become 9 year old, she was about to have a birthday. So Chloe decided to make her a cake, and she wanted to put Orlander leaves into the cake to make them sick, which is kind of like putting arsenic in a cake. It's extremely toxic, it's extremely poisonous for humans to consume. It could have worked, because her idea was to make this cake, to put this poison in the cake, and to make them sick, and then to nurse them back to health. Because also back then, people that could heal people were highly revered, and were cherished. So if she was able to heal them, then she would have been able to get back into the house and get out of the kitchen, and be in better graces with them, and they would really like respect her if it would have worked out. Unfortunately, she put way too much into the cake, and she actually ended up killing the kids and also the wife. The husband never had any piece of the cake because he was actually away on business, but she did kill his kids, and she did kill his wife. Okay? So when that happened, she went and she told her fellow slaves that, this is what I've done, this is what has happened, can you help me? And hoping and assuming that they would band together and try to figure this out together with her and help her out. But instead, unfortunately, they killed her. They hung her. And then they took her body and dumped it in the Mississippi River with rocks weighing her down. Real messed up. Real messed up. So after that, after her death, there's reportings that she's been seen haunting the grounds, or still on the grounds, and also the kids are still on the grounds. So when you die, especially in Creole culture, you're supposed to cover the mirror so your soul is not trapped in the mirror. Every mirror in the house was covered except for one, and this one is actually still in the house to this day, and is considered to be a haunted mirror. You can see, regardless of what they do to this mirror, they can try to replace the actual reflective part of it, the back part of it, clean it every single day, every hour, every minute. regardless of what they do to this mirror, how good they clean this mirror, you will always see fingerprints reemerge on it. You will see marks down the mirror. Sometimes you see faces in the mirror. Like it's a real spooky mirror, you know. And they're saying that it's the kids' spirits. It might be Chloe's spirit, or other spirits that are in the house that have been murdered in the house or around the grounds. You know. Yeah. So there's also another instance to where you can see there's a picture that's being taken, and there's a figure in between two cottages, and it looks like they're wearing a turban around their head. And then in that same picture, on top of the roof of one of the cottages, there are two like little figures, like little shadow figures that look like they could be kids. And it looks like, and people are saying that it seems as though Chloe is still looking after the kids even in the afterlife. So she's still there, you know. Sad, sad story. But also, I plan to go and visit the house because it's open for tours. They do tours, day and nighttime tours. The daytime tours is not scary ones or spooky ones, but the nighttime ones are. I definitely plan on going to there and also reporting back to you guys to let you know what's going on and what I feel, what I experience, and all of that good stuff, because I plan on keep doing this and just, you know, expanding my passion. And I hope you guys rock with me. All right. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed that. Enjoyed that, I guess. And stay tuned, because I'll be kicking out more Creole spooky stories. All right. Starting from there. And then I'm just going to keep just branching out. I'm going to continue to do my health and fitness and modeling and all of that good stuff. But I'm also going to do this too. So rock with me, hopefully. And I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.